So Nadi and Vastu, as in Vastu Nadi, meaning combining Vastu and combining Nadi Jyotish together. And this is regarding Saturn. So if you look in the chart, what is the most problematic position of Saturn? The most problematic position of Saturn. Most of you will automatically go towards Saturn in Aries, which is absolutely not true. Saturn in Aries, after this whole time, gives immense, big, powerful positions to people. Okay, and this is why you understand that in Nadi as to why it's doing it, where in the classical text it also says it's a debilitated position, but debilitation doesn't mean like ups and downs of life in your career and this and that. Like debilitation simply shows the irregularity of the Vata Josh, which is wind. Okay, because wind is meeting fire. But let's just say that's what you're thinking, but it's actually the most trouble that I find is Saturn in Cancer, if it's especially not retrograde. Saturn in Cancer, because what is Cancer? Cancer is water, is the waves of the ocean. It's controlled by Moon, which controls the waves. Moon is a very fast moving planet, very quick moving planet. Okay, so what happens is Saturn, which has the longest form of transit, takes long time to do things. Patience, discipline, structure is now, it's like you're taking a really old person and putting them on a surfboard to go out and surf. It's going to be the most uncomfortable and challenging position. So usually what I see with Saturn in Cancer is that person will either have to move from place to place, like getting transfers, especially in the government job. One will get a job, lose a job. They, like, for example, this is how economy goes, right? So right there, this person will always be hired. And as soon as it goes down, this person will be the first one to be laid off, first one to get fired. Okay. And of course, Moon, which represents emotions. Here, a person, because of these experiences, becomes very pessimistic about the works area. Let's say even Mercury was with it in the sign of Cancer, then what are you seeing? Which is also, again, Mercury in Cancer is much more of a difficult position versus Mercury in Pisces. Okay, because here then the business becomes unstable. And let's say this person was doing business, but business is just 1 minute is one thing, the other minute is the other thing. So how do you stabilize this? Well, as I said, Saturn is old. Mercury is communication, information, books. What you want to do, especially in your home, in north direction, put a grandfather clock or an old classic antique clock. Okay. Any kind of like a clock which is old and classic, not some broken clock. It needs to be nice, needs to be classic, elegant. You put it in the north. What happens? North is opportunities. Saturn is time. Saturn is old. Saturn is stable. Saturn is patient. It's long term. So what happens is you're aligning your time. You're aligning your time with your life. As in the opportunities, the time starts bringing in opportunities. And I'm not saying everybody needs to get an old clock. It's Saturn is in Cancer. And what is the question? Why and what? That's what I teach in my Nadi course, right? Which I'm currently actually doing. I just finished a video for it. The two things you want to know is why and what. Why are you coming to me, to an astrologer? And what is the problem? Once you know these two things, or why are you coming to me and what is it that I need to be looking at? Those are the things. So, and if let's say Mercury is there, then what you need to do is, because Mercury is also north direction. Northern direction of the home doesn't have to be exact north wall, because from the middle of the home, as soon as you go towards north, it becomes north, north, north. You can put a bookshelf with all the old classical books, old Vedic books, okay, books like of Artha Shastra, on economics and money. If there's some rishi that has written a book on how money works, take that book and put it there. Because here now Mercury is with Saturn, and Mercury is always going to behave like the planet that it's with. It starts cheering for that planet. So here what you're doing is now, by bringing in old books, old classical knowledge, you begin to understand how your life and career and business needs to work. In this case, the ups and downs of the wave that the surfer is catching stabilizes. And on the other hand, one of the things that becomes very important with Saturn in Cancer is that traveling will always neutralize this Saturn's ups and downs in the career. So if you are traveling, most definitely, you probably will feel much more stable with your life. But if you're not traveling, let's say you're sitting in an office like me, you're sitting in on a desk. Well, now you're going to have to be that old man in the middle of the ocean on the wave. So these are the simple things we are combining of Nadi Vastu. And of course, I've already shown everything simplest Vastu on my academy. And of course, right now I'm already showing Nandi Nadi, which I upload the video so you can watch it at any time. Today I'm going to be uploading Sun Saturn combination, and then next week or tomorrow is going to be Sun Rahu combination there. Okay, and then of course I am going to be making also videos using Rahu Nakshatra transit using Sarvabhadra Chakra. Okay, so that's going to be coming pretty much before the end of the week. All right, guys, we will see you later. I'm about to have 7 minutes